What's up, YouTube? You're watching Knowledgeable Nick. I'm going to give you 3 practical ways to find your life direction today. These are things that I've done myself, okay? So I'm going to get right into it. Number 1, identify your values and filter things to see if they align with your values. So I'm just going to give you an example of what I mean by that. So in the process of figuring out what I want to do and what direction I want to go, through the process of trying new things, I was able to figure out what my values were, in the sense, not spiritual values, not religious values. Those can be part of it, but values in the sense of what am I looking to achieve in this vehicle to success, okay? And I'm just going to lay out some of the categories and things that were important to me, my values, so I could ultimately find something that I wanted to do. All right. So things that I wanted in a life path: I want remote/passive income. I can work anywhere in the world and still get paid. I didn't really want to recruit or sell anything. I don't want to go hunting for people. I don't want to go hire a bunch of people. I don't really like doing that. I'd rather not do that. I'm capable of it. I could, but I don't want to. I want to save my back. I don't want my body to have a bunch of pain, especially as I grow old. I'm young now, but as I grow old, that's something that people ruin their back trying to make money. I don't want that. I'd like the ability for a high income, and I'd like to use the skills and the knowledge that I have to help other people. And I want to enjoy the process. I don't want to be results focused, okay? So number 1 was identify your values and filter it. Filter the opportunities to see if they align with those values. So what do I want, okay? Do I like having something that I have to get up at 5 in the morning? Do I like making my own schedule? Do I like having someone else make my schedule for me? Start thinking about just the different things that you want. These are things that I did. Thinking about what I want. I like making my own schedule. I make my own schedule. All right? I have an opportunity where I can make my own schedule. And once we identify what we want, that thing that aligns with what we want appears eventually, okay? People are so focused on, man, I'd love to have these things, but there isn't something that is attainable with those things. Well, yes, there is. You just haven't found it yet, all right? You haven't looked hard enough. You haven't tried enough things, okay? The more things that you try, the closer you get to the goal. Number 2 is what I would describe as consume, understand, apply. Consume, understand, apply. I read a lot of books. You can see back here. I consume a lot of that content, I understand it, and then I apply it. So if I would like a relationship, if I would like a certain kind of opportunity, if I would like to be able to have the choice to have a certain opportunity, I need to prepare myself, okay? So success happens when opportunity and preparedness meet. Success happens when opportunity and preparedness meet, okay? So I spent a lot of very discouraging time preparing myself, not knowing what the opportunity was going to be. Ultimately, look at me now. I'm on YouTube with you guys, okay? When I started doing this, YouTube wasn't one of the possibilities. All right. It wasn't even on my mind. I just consume content, Then I understood the content, and then I learned how to apply it. And then as you try new things, as I tried new things, okay, I learned a bunch of sales stuff. Let me get a sales job. All right. Then I go back. All right, the sales job didn't align with my values. All right. All right, I learned a bunch of things. All right, let me try this high intensity warehouse job. It has a lot of income. Okay, let's try it out. All right, 60 days in, I'm quitting. Not for me. No shame in quitting. You got to try things and take action. That's what I did. Take action. I've, tried being a small business owner. I owned my own painting company, exterior painting company. I learned a lot of skills, and I was able to consume, understand, and apply information in that, but ultimately that did not align with my values. So I'm trying things and I'm filtering them. Do they align with my values? Do they align with my values? I'm always trying new things. Try things in the stock market. While that style of investing didn't align with my values, I found other things that align with my values. All right. I found certain stocks that align with the values that I have and the goals I want to achieve. So I've invested in those. And then the last thing, and this actually would be the first thing, just thinking about ideas and have journal categories. So I use a notes app. I have categories in my journal, in my notes app, okay? One of them is lyrics for songs. I wrote about 100 of those. One of them is YouTube videos. Then I have one that's like goals. What goals do I want in life? And I so I had the idea, man, maybe I could start a YouTube channel. Maybe I could be a musician, all right? And musician didn't align with my values, at least not now. Values in the sense that it doesn't give me the life that I want. I don't really enjoy the process of the grind of being a musician, all right? So I came up with a bunch of songs and made them and everything, realized that was not what I wanted to do, okay? It didn't align with my values. So I had a thought. I write some thoughts down. So I'm starting step one of the process, writing stuff down. Once I understand, maybe this is something for me, I'll consume content on it. I'll understand the content. I understand how to make music, how to play music. And then I applied it. Man, invite a friend over. Let's try and play one of these songs. All right, we're really bad. All right, we're really bad. Maybe we're not doing that. All right, I don't really enjoy doing it as much. It wasn't something that I enjoyed the process of as much. Okay, I just kind of I enjoyed the art of it, not the process of doing it forever. Okay, so journal categories, coming up with journal categories. Okay, maybe I want to be a doctor. Maybe I want to be an electrician. Maybe I want to own a pet store. Whatever it is, okay? Maybe you have like 3 or 4 ideas. Maybe you want to be a life coach. Maybe you want to be a surfer, okay? So put those categories of things that you're maybe interested in. Maybe I want to be a Pokemon card collector, okay? Put those things in categories and then write down every idea that you come up with that aligns with that category. And just write it down. You don't have to do anything about it. Then maybe you have a really good idea. Man, that's a good idea. Maybe I want to start a Pokemon card collector's company or whatever that is, okay? Then you consume content in alignment with that. Let's learn about other people that do that. Is that an industry? Let me learn about that industry. Is that a growing industry? Is that something I can do? We consume, we understand the concept. Okay. This seems pretty like I have a pretty good understanding. I feel fairly confident about this. Like a healthy level of confidence, maybe like a 30 to 50% confidence level. Like, yeah, I think I could do that. And then when you apply, you can see, okay, maybe I could do that. 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 Okay, Okay, well, maybe let me start getting some inventory first. Okay, boom. Well, now I have hit a roadblock. I don't have enough capital to buy this inventory. So now let's figure out how to get some capital. Okay, so now we'll consume content, understand how to get capital. Maybe I liquidate a credit card. City Simplicity card. You can liquidate it and get cash right into your bank account. 3%. Check it out. Not a promotion. I'm just sharing something that I'm about to do. For short, and it's 21, you have 21 months to pay that off. Okay, that's a little secret tip that you didn't think was going to be in this video. 21 months to pay it off at no APR, I believe. So City Simplicity card, liquidate the credit card. You can write yourself a check. This is something that I've been looking into. Write yourself a check for whatever it is. Pay a 3% fee. If you get $1,000, you pay $30. Boom, $30. Now you have $1,000 in your pocket. All right, and you just have to pay that off. It's just a low interest way to get money. Okay, and then as I'm doing these things, I'm figuring out what my values are. Okay, and then I'm identifying. Okay, yeah, this thing doesn't. Maybe. Okay, maybe if I have to do the Pokemon card thing, oh man, I'm going to have to get in debt with the credit card for 21 months to do that. I'm not a financial advisor. Maybe I don't want any debt. This doesn't align with my values. Maybe I won't do that. So we come up with ideas. We put them in journal categories. We consume content on the idea that we were thinking of. We understand it, then we take action on it. And I'm speaking from experience. This is what I did. And then you identify if this aligns with your values. So that's what I want to share. If you learned something, please put in the comments what you learned today. Smash that like button and subscribe.